Here we have a hive set up with two brood boxes. We have the queen laying in the bottom box with the queen excluder in between. We have moved some of the brood up from the bottom box into the top box. We leave it there for 7 days and then we remove it and take it to our main queen yard. Using the system, a queen can be manipulated into laying eggs of the same age all over the face of a freshly drawn out frame, which in turn makes grafting easier. Here we are looking at a frame for grafting. We use the Chinese grafting tool. You insert the grafting tool into the cell, push it underneath the hatched larvae, scooping up some royal jelly with it. Outside the grafting room, we like to keep 2 brood boxes. This is a way that we transport the brood and also the grafted cells. By having extra frames of brood with bees on them, you can control the humidity and temperature while in transport. Starter cell, which only holds brood that's more than 7 days of age. As the brood hatches, the population increases. We have to continuously replace the brood with brood from hives outside a 5 kilometre radius or 3 mile radius. Being a warm day, these hives are full of bees, and as you can see, there's a small cluster of bees on the outside of the hive just waiting for their turn to enter the hive. Here we are with a royal jelly grafting bar. We place this bar in the hive for no more than 2 minutes, and as you can see, the bees are already working on the queen cells. After 24 hours in the starter cell colony, we reintroduce the grafted cells into a queen-right colony. By the queen being trapped in the lower brood box with the queen excluder, brood and nurse bees in the upper box, the nurse bees will continue the development of the starter cell colony. We work on the principle that the optimum time for harvesting royal jelly from grafted queen cells is 3 days after grafting. The idea behind the principle is the larvae is continuously eating the royal jelly. If a nurse bee or a worker bee cannot fit its head through the open end of an uncapped queen cell, then it can no longer be gaining in volume of royal jelly. If you look on the bottom rung here, some of these cells have started to be capped over, so for us it's now the optimum time for harvesting the royal jelly. To harvest the queen cells, we come along with a sharp knife and remove the cell cap. We then come through with a pair of tweezers and remove the larvae from the cell. Once all the larvae are removed, we come back through with our vacuum pump and suck out the royal jelly. The milk pail is the main collection point for the royal jelly. The royal jelly is sucked through a pipe and ends up into a petri dish. We then smear the royal jelly over the entire surface of the petri dish, trying to develop a uniform layer to give a more consistent, even drying. By placing a cover over the petri dish and wrapping in clear film, we can then pre-freeze the royal jelly. There is our freeze dryer bringing the royal jelly down to temperature. Here we have our freeze dryer in drying mode. Here you can see the water content removed from the freeze-dried royal jelly in the form of ice on the inside of the freeze dryer. Here we have the royal jelly in freeze-dried form. We now pestle and mortar it into a fine powder.